So I saw this quote, "I hope you look for me in everyone you meet," and it inspired me to write this. I was waiting by the bus stop and I saw this man. He asked if I would take a walk with him. We walked across the street together, hand in hand, but something about his hands grabbed my attention. They got warm too fast. His fingers were not long enough, and instead of our hands being intertwined palm to palm, each finger interlocking one another with not a bit of separation for the wind to even breeze through the spaces, it felt more forcefully locked. His hands, they weren't like yours. 5 years later, I saw this man at a bookstore in downtown. We were both a little overwhelmed from the lack of sleep we've had and a little exhausted from the overdose of books we've read, so we went to go get coffee together. But something about the way he sips his coffee grabbed my attention. He would take long sips, no hesitation or fear that the drink may be too hot. Instead, he just went straight to it, and instead of licking the coffee remains off his lips, he would grab a napkin and gently tap his lips, starting with the bottom and ending with the top. The way he sips his coffee, it wasn't like the way you sip your coffee. Another 3 years later, I met this man on a train station. We traveled from LA to the heart of San Francisco. We talked a lot about our families, our homes, our work, our daily life, and during the 9 hours, we got some rest. Well, he did. But something about the way he sleeps grabbed my attention. He didn't make a sound. He would not move or flinch or wake for 2 seconds to look around and then fall back asleep. Nothing. The way he sleeps, it isn't like the way you sleep. About 10 years later, I ran into you on the corner of Harvey and Center Street, but something about you grabbed my attention. Your hair had white strands in it, not like I last remembered, and I didn't recall the wrinkles on your forehead, and the way you talked, it was a lot slower. The way you walked, slow steps with your head down and your hands clasped, placed on your sides, it was a lot different from the last time I remember. 20 years ago from today, we were walking down the same street, your hair as black as our shadows. The way you talked so fast like there was no tomorrow. You would walk fast, tiny steps with your head facing up, facing the world, and capturing every beautiful thing you would see in your visions. The way you are, it wasn't like you were. This, it is nothing like you were.